So, Bruce, can you give me 3 predictions for the next 5 years?
Um, the development of the 3D television, in-home television industry is going to be driven more by the video game industry than by the television industry. Um,
That's interesting.
and
And that's very different from what others have said.
yeah, well, I don't think, I think most others are looking at it just from the TV perspective, but um, with where both Xbox and Sony are going with Xbox Natal and Sony, I think it's Sony Move is the I don't know if that's the final word, but the new products that are coming out in fourth quarter this year, which really are about allowing motion capture of the person without holding any devices or anything, just putting strips on them or whatever, and being able to be immersed in the game, and then the ability to take that to a 3D place ultimately is going to be really, I think, a very compelling thing. And I think the video game industry is as excited about 3D, if not more excited, than the TV industry. And again, it's very well suited for the medium. Whereas for television, it's I think there's certain type of content, obviously sports and other things, nature, a few others that 3D really lends itself to, but it isn't for everything. It really is. It's not going to be, while there's a wow effect to it, and some people like me have issues with motion sickness and things like that. So I think from a television standpoint, it's going to be a little. I think it's going to be important. Obviously, the content goes there, and people will buy 3D TVs. But I really think the video game industry is going to be the driving force in the not too distant future on this front.
Where would you say the innovations are coming from? Is it broadcast, cable, broadband, gaming? Where would you say?
Um, I think. Well, I think certainly the internet still. I mean, I think and just the technology that mobile technology in particular that can allow people to connect to the internet and connect to the world, if you will, at any time, any place. So I think, and that's I think going to continue for a while. And the internet is sort of it is the new medium. And I think there's still a lot of potential to be tapped there. We're sort of just still only figuring it out. It's only an industry that's, at the most 15 years old, really. So, so I think there's definitely a lot there. Again, as somebody who works in the game space, I definitely think the gaming industry too, and some of the enhancements that I'm seeing occur in that space as well. And again, the game industry is interesting because I think it allows the consumer to become part of the story, and the richer the experience that the gaming industry can create for the consumer, the more immersive, the more compelling it is, if you will, for people to want to interact in that kind of world. So I think definitely the game space.
So, Bruce, what are you working on now?
Well, I think the most exciting product we're launching this year is a product called Livestream, which is just coming out now. We haven't really even officially, in the press, launched it yet. It's sort of a soft launch. We've been going to our clients with it. But it's the ability now to do in-campaign ad tracking online for our publishers without having to put a pop-up on the publisher's website. So that in and of itself gets a lot of doors open, because people are I think very tired of the pop-ups, and fewer people are clicking through. The other thing is we're able to do the surveys in a much shorter period of time, so we can actually get a campaign read within the first week of the campaign online and feed that information back to the publisher or our client, if it's the advertiser. In addition, we can actually look at the efficacy of the advertising, which right now the current models out there don't do as well. So we can see that if the campaign's not working, is it in fact where it's being published on the sites, or is it in fact maybe that the creative isn't resonating? So we're really able to look at that, optimize across different sites, and use this information in a lot more tactical way for our clients. So and that's just, as I said, just sort of rolling out this year. So we're pretty excited about that. And we're finally launching a product called Consumer Maps, which we've been working on for, I think, 5 years now. We have over 2 years of data in the database, about 3,000 brands, and the best way to describe this product is it's like Pandora for brands, and it tells you that if you love, if you love, say, Coca-Cola, here are all the other products and services that you love, or if you love, particular media channel, or if you love a certain celebrity, we can tell you, what car companies people love, what, other brands that they love for the same consumer that loves this particular person or brand. So it's pretty neat. It has a lot of applications for things like casting, but also ad sales for a lot of the media companies, and being able to say, hey, there's, you're not advertising on our air, yet people who love our channel or our platform love your brand, so there's a missed opportunity. Or people who love our channel don't love your brand, but they should, so maybe you should be advertising here. So I think we're pretty excited about that. It's sort of like, I joke that it's sort of like the Q-score for the 21st century, and that certainly taking in sort of the social network component of what's going on. But it's scientific, survey-based research that we're conducting to do this.
So what is the quantitative process that you use?
It's online, and it's just being able to use and expose people to brand images and the name of the brand to get their recognition of the brand, their affinity towards the brand, a level of brand connection that they might have in terms of their willingness to be associated with the brand. So it's a very in-depth study, but obviously a lot of consumers see a lot of brands throughout the study, so it's pretty quick. People they see the brand, they rate it, they go on to the next brand. So it's sort of like a hot or not type of approach to getting the information.